सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्वी नावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय शान्ति Shubhodayam, good morning. Are you able to follow prayer meetings? It's okay. No, sometimes I get the doubt. The children have come here to learn little English, and am I bombarding them with too much of philosophical stuff? Okay, are you able to follow? Fine. Please see page number 75. The third quote in the page. You should work like a master, not as a slave. Work incessantly, but not do slave's work. Pay as much attention to means as to the end. Very pithy statement, very terse, very brief, but there's a lot of meaning in it. One book can be written on this one quote. To explain it fully, you can write a book on this. You should work like a master and not as a slave. Work incessantly, but not do slave's work. What is slave's work? If you expect the fruit of action, when you engage in action, your focus is on final outcome or the result. Okay? Expecting something in return for your work when you work, it is slave's work. But every work will produce effect. Every work will bring its result. Every work will have its fruit. Maybe sometimes, little less, little high. But the fruit will come. But you should not work for the sake of fruit. You should work for the sake of work. Why it is important to work for the sake of work? So there is this tendency for karma to entangle us. Today we are here in this particular form. We all have come into this world with a certain kind of samskaras or tendencies inherited from our previous lives. Okay? This birth is a result, is the effect of the previous birth's action. The actions that you performed through a previous embodiment, previous body, that was the cause. This body is the effect. So the actions that you perform through this body will bring you the next body, the next embodiment. This cycle continues. Life and death, life and death. This is called samsara. This is a vicious cycle. If you really want peace and freedom, you have to break this cycle. We respect people like Buddha and Vivekananda, Christ, Shankara. Why? Because they broke this cycle and came out of the cycle and became free. They are called Mukta Purushas, liberated souls. Souls who have attained to highest freedom, blessedness, right? That is the ultimate goal, to come out of this cycle. Otherwise, once you come here with an embodiment like this, suffering is inevitable. You may have all the things under the sun, but still suffering is there. Suffering is inherent to life because there is death. Death is a limitation imposed upon life. Wherever there is a life, there is a death. Wherever there is a life, there is a disease. Wherever there is a life, there is old age. These are all the problems intrinsic to life. You can't avoid them. There's no way. But if you want to avoid these problems also, if you want to be peaceful and happy and joyful forever, you have to come out of this cycle. But the nature of the karma is, if you do desire filled actions, action with a motive, action with a desire that what I will get, you will get actual fruit, but actually it will confine you to this body. You will never be able to come out of this cycle. That's why, if you want action to liberate you, you must not expect the fruit of action. You must not set your mind on the fruit of action. That is actually working in freedom. You must not do karma, you must do karma yoga. The karma, the action that you perform, you can transform it into yoga. Yoga actually liberates you. How? When you work with detachment, right? Every karma will bring its effects, and no karma will ever go in vain. No work, no effort will ever go in vain. What happens if you do work with attachment? I'm saying. Let us say you're preparing for a competitive examination. You want to get some services. The end, the result actually is in mind. You will put some effort. You will not get it. What you expected, you have not got. What happens? You will have disappointment. You will have, definitely, you'll feel the pain of it. So much of effort I have put, so much of money actually has gone a waste, so much of time has gone a waste, you will think. And you will lack the next initiative because you are attached to the fruit of action. The fruit actually has not come to you. The outcome, the final result actually was not in favor of you. You would get disheartened, you would get disappointed, you would get disillusioned. The next initiative would be lacking in. That will weaken you. Let us say that you don't have, you don't care for the results, then you are free. I don't care for the result. Whether it comes, I will take. If it doesn't come also, it's okay for me. You move forward. Okay? You will be able to engage yourself in constant action. You will never have an occasion in life to get disappointed. So that's why Swami is saying you work like a master, not like a slave. Don't expect the fruit of action. That's not in your hands. The Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, Karmani vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. He says to Arjuna, you have the right to act. That's all. Don't expect the fruits. Fruits I will give you according to your parabdha. It will come. But you should not work for the sake of fruit. That's a slave's action. So work in freedom and work in love. Then you are a hero. Then you are a master of your work. Otherwise, you are a slave. Because of this slavery only, there a lot of suffering comes. So this is the secret of work. Ability to work with total detachment for the fruits and the final outcome is actually master's action. Okay? That frees you from within. And it gives you so much of energy. I don't care for the result, and I will work for the sake of work. I work in freedom and I work in love. Only a hero can see this and be a hero and cultivate this kind of attitude from today onwards. The work that you will do from tomorrow onwards will not bind you. It will become karma yoga and it liberates you from within. And tremendous amount of work will come out of you. Tremendous power will come you. Tremendous energy will come out of you because you're working in freedom. Because of this bondage, actually, all the time fear comes. Our energy will not manifest it to the fullest extent because of attachment to the fruit of action. So work like a master. Don't ever work like a slave. Thank you. Have a nice day.